Yo, what's up guys, Vojtech here. Today I would like to react to this video. YouTube's darkest search terms by Nightfare. As you can see, the video is like a quarter a year old. And yeah, happy early Halloween. To me it's more like a happy new year. But yeah. 600,000 views. I don't know what this video is about. Well, obviously there will be like a search term you can search on YouTube and it will splash out like disturbing videos, I guess. But other than that, I don't know. I haven't seen the video, but let's see it. Try FG. Oh wow. So child trafficking, alright. Okay.
Though it crosses my mind every
I
now and
wasn't
then,
expecting it.
it's been several years since I've given the following story any real thought. In 2019, my friends and I stumbled upon a rising post.
I found something strange on YouTube. I'm ending deeper. Yeah, okay.
In r/conspiracies, under the title, I found something strange on YouTube. Help me dig. Earlier today, I got bored and searched random letters in the YouTube search bar. The random letters I typed happened to be try GF. I clicked the back button and went to search some more random letters. However, when I clicked on the search bar, some strange suggestions showed up. Here's a GIF of what happened.
I hope it will be censored. Oh, broken fingernail.
If you click on the recommended searches, even stranger videos come up. For example, car surprise egg, shown in the recommended searches above, seems to be some kind of whistle call, as most videos are a bunch of kids reviewing toys. I tried some other random string of characters with no strange results. However, I tried something similar, try FG, and even more peculiar results came up. 6 different accounts uploaded the same 6-second video titled Try FG. They all say, "You did it. Congratulations." If you look back at the GIF I linked, you saw the strange suggested searches. Clicking on any of the searches brings up some even more.
Yeah, that's classic.
To save you some time, here is some of the whack that I saw.
Yeah, usually when you put like strange symbols on YouTube in the search terms, usually very weird stuff appears, and it seems to be that way like even nowadays. But back in the days it was even weirder.
Straight up cannibalism. A person surgically attaching the bottom half of a dog to the top half of a cat. Maggots crawling out of children's eyes. And people being slaughtered and beheaded. There is also an extremely disturbing video that I refuse to link. It involves someone being not only brutally murdered, but also having their face chopped off. Someone on 4chan noticed there are coordinates in the description of the video. When followed, they lead to a house in the middle of nowhere. Despite saying they wouldn't share it, OP eventually caves and ends up linking the video created by a user named LZW.
Wait, so it's fake, right? Yeah. It's like a fake edit, but alright. I was really thinking that it was real for a while. I mean, it looks pretty scary. Is that it?
Ignoring all of the other videos mentioned by OP, Reddit users began to hone in on this one video in particular. The footage depicts a person, bound in cloth, in a bathtub full of blood. The
But
person seems to still be alive, as
nothing
they
can't
occasionally
be
make
seen
subtle
there.
movements.
You
While some
can't see
users
anything there.
believed that what they were seeing was real footage, the overwhelming consensus in the comment section of OP's post was that this was an ARG. In short, it's
Yeah.
not real. And I agree. The cryptic text, the coordinates in the description, and the writing on the wall all seem like a setup for some sort of online rabbit hole that the creator is trying to bait us into. If we try to dig deeper into the channel, nothing shows up, as all of the videos are either unlisted or privated. Searching up the channel's username, we're presented with a playlist titled Pelzer Super TV. Giving the playlist a brief glance, we can see that it contains many of LZW's unlisted posts, as well as a myriad of other strange videos. It's hard to tell where exactly to begin with this playlist, but we can break it down
Yeah,
into a few.
you can see these weird symbols, this symbol, like always. It's always these videos with the weird symbols because somehow I think I remember is that somehow by putting these special symbols, they were like avoiding something.
Categories. The first category of videos are cryptic, nonsensical, and occasionally violent, similar to the video we just watched from LZW. You'd think it was a single channel posting all of these videos, but in reality, there are a ton. Yet they all seem to post the same thing, leading me to believe they're all managed by the same person.
Okay. I can't see really well.
The second category of videos are reminiscent of ElsaGate content. Videos
Oh,
featuring characters
Elsa Gate. Elsa Gate was pretty bad, pretty bad. But in case you don't want to read this, it was like people dressed up as the child-friendly characters or just cartoons drawn, but they were doing pretty weird stuff like making children or cutting themselves. It was pretty weird. Sometimes there was blood and yeah,
such as Spider-Man and
not
Elsa
good.
meant to draw in a younger audience, before showing them wildly inappropriate content. If
Yeah.
you weren't aware, ElsaGate began to gain traction in 2017 and is still a problem to this day,
Oh,
as
it's been a
predators
while.
still try to find ways to manipulate the YouTube algorithm to present their sick and twisted content to children. However, the Spider-Man videos in the Pelzer Super TV playlists are a bit out of the ordinary as far as ElsaGate goes, as they feature text-to-speech voice acting.
Sorry, sir, but our intervention would only make the fires worse. How? That is what you do. You are supposed to put out fires. You are called firefighters, for fuck's sake. Do not dare tell me how to do my job, boy. This is for your own safety. Now step back and keep your mouth shut. I am authorized to use excessive force against rioters if necessary. Do I look like a rioter to you? My entire life is in there. My cat. You are just
What are
standing
they
here doing
talking
nothing.
about?
Give me the hose. I will put the goddamn fire out myself. Stand down now, sir. Give me that hose. You have brought this on yourself.
Or finger puppets.
Okay. Oh, this is pretty interesting idea. But yeah, it's not very relaxing for me, honestly. And something flashed in between the shots. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see, adults find something creepy and kids don't find it creepy at all. For example, there was this pet like toy, right? And plushie, and it was like it had a big mouth, big round mouth, opened, bunch of teeth sticking out, and uh, pretty scary to me and other adults, but kids love it. I don't know how.
The third category of videos are, in my opinion, supposed to brainwash the audience, filled with flashing colors and codes seemingly used to activate sleeper agents. The creator of these videos likens them to MKUltra, the CIA's attempt to force confessions through brainwashing and psychological torture.
What?
Red, your trigger is Star Wars.
Trigger.
Blue, your trigger is Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
The fourth and final category of videos revolves around a small town in South Carolina named Pelzer. These videos are completely normal and eerily out of place considering everything we've seen thus far. Some of the channels who posted these videos about Pelzer are still active to this day, leading me to believe that they have no involvement with this ARG, and their videos have simply been inserted into this playlist for one reason or another.
In my mind, I have painted pretty pictures.
Doing a bit of a deeper dive, Pelzer is fairly unassuming. As of 2010, Pelzer only had a population of 89 people, growing to almost 1,400 in 2020. In general, there's not much happening in this town. So what's going on here? A strange search term led us to quite the gory video, which in turn led us to this mysterious playlist with connections to ElsaGate, MKUltra, and Pelzer. The sheer number of videos and channels that appear in the Pelzer Super TV playlist make it almost impossible for me to sift through each and every one of them and decipher all of the secret messages, which I might have had to do if not for one video.
Okay. Wait, sorry. Mommy invited the Joker.
This video in particular stood out to me, not because of the subject matter. In fact, the video is almost identical to many others in the playlist, but because it's uploaded by a channel under the name Stuart Silverstone. This is the only channel in the Pelzer Super TV playlist with a real name as a username, and a profile picture of a real person. So naturally, Stuart Silverstone is our next lead to follow. 2 years before Reddit began blowing up with posts about TryFG, a similar site named Vote had already been investigating Stuart Silverstone for his involvement in these strange videos, under the guise that it was another instance of ElsaGate. A similar site named Vote had already been investigating Stuart Silverstone for his involvement in these strange videos,
Is
under
it
the guise that it was
older
another
than
instance of
is it older
ElsaGate.
than
However,
Reddit?
users quickly began to take note of the different footage and codes hidden throughout the videos, and realized that this mystery was much more complicated than they first believed. These codes and coordinates would often lead to Pelzer, South Carolina. Going even deeper, users decoded two of Stuart Silverstone's messages to say, "All programmers follow the white rabbit," to "All programmers follow the white rabbit," to Bluebird at Zayux_CXT, and Project Bluebird at Geik69. Both of these usernames led to Twitter accounts, hence Bluebird, making posts similar to what we've seen in the Pelzer Super TV playlist. For now, we're just going to be taking a look at Zayux_CXT, as it contains the information we're after. This account's posts are littered with codes and messages written on notebook paper. Admittedly, I can't reliably read what these say. However, one of these posts stands out from the rest. An image of a man holding a child, with a ROT18 cipher that reads, "Who will find what the finders hide?"
Interesting cipher. I don't know ciphers, honestly.
On February 5th, 1987, a woman observed 6 unkempt children playing in a park in Tallahassee, Florida, being watched by 2 well-dressed men. Something seemed off to her, so she called the police to report what she had seen, and Tallahassee Police Department sent
calling
2 officers to investigate.
2 people just
When questioned,
looking
the men
around.
said they were the children's teachers and were taking them to Mexico to establish a school for smart children. Police found that the children were covered in insect bites, were dirty, and had not been bathed in several days. All of them were
Yep.
taken into custody, and the men were identified as Michael Howell and Douglas Ammerman. Detective Jim Bradley from the Washington, D.C. Police contacted Tallahassee Police Department, as he suspected that all of this is tied into a case he was currently working on, and was paired up with Special Agent Ramon Martinez. Bradley told Martinez that he had initiated an investigation a year prior into a cult-like group known as the Finders. An informant had told Bradley that they operated out of 2 addresses, one a warehouse, the other a duplex in D.C., and were allegedly involved in blood rituals, possibly involving children, and an alleged murder. Bradley and Martinez obtained search warrants and went to the 2 addresses separately. Martinez, in his report, states that he found an individual named Stuart Silverstone, who was in a room containing computers, printers, and numerous documents. According to Martinez, the documents included instructions for obtaining children, purchasing children, and an account of what had transpired the night before in Tallahassee.
Wow, that's
In
crazy.
the early 1970s, a cult was founded in Washington, D.C. by former U.S. Air Force Sergeant Marion Petty, known as the Finders. Public attention was drawn to the Finders after the incident in Tallahassee, and the investigations revealed that the group allegedly participated in what appeared to be satanic cult rituals and child trafficking.
Guy turned sides,
This
bro.
is truly a lengthy subject, but ultimately the charges against the Finders were dropped, and the subject was suspiciously deemed a CIA internal matter. You already know what I'm going to say, but it's clear that the Stuart Silverstone that was busted for being a part of the Finders is the same person that's being referenced in these ElsaGate videos. Along with that, LZW's username is actually a ROT18 cipher that translates to the Game Caller, the same name as a novel written about the leader of the Finders, Marion Petty. So why is someone pretending to be Stuart Silverstone creating these videos? Are these ElsaGate-esque videos related to the Finders? What about the original video, The Man in the Bathtub? And why do we keep hearing mentions of Pelzer, South Carolina, when the Finders are located all the way in Washington, D.C.? To answer most of these questions, we have to jump back to Pelzer Super TV. There are a few videos I've been holding back just because it makes more sense to show them to you now, after learning about the finders. In the first of LZW's videos, for a brief moment we can see a link to a teenchat.org before our cameraman begins messaging Bored Benny. In this footage, our cameraman pretends to be a 14-year-old in an attempt to lure a 25-year-old to his house. The footage speaks for itself, so I'll be quiet for a moment.
Oh, wait. Wait. So I'm confused now. So he's looking for pedos to kill? I thought he was the one making out with kids, but by the way, but the cult, they said that the cult was, having orgies possibly with children, so I don't get it now. He's like luring in other pedos that he wants to kill. I don't get it. Yeah, I could use a friend right now. Parents agreement allowed, and makes me want to cut again. That sucks, bro. How old are you? 14. Wow, it must have been a long chat since he bought him a gift. It's pretty nice of him, but since he asked if he was a virgin, the message is clear behind it. Yeah, crazy, and this is why I like you so much and stuff. Wow, crazy. $25 and $14 is a crazy combo. Oh, they have been chatting for at least 2 weeks. You can switch from the time here. Pretty crazy. Oh, I meant the date, not time, date. You know what I meant, right? So this is probably the guy they kidnapped, the 25-year-old. Oh. And he even said that he was straight. But I enjoyed this. Yeah. 25 and 14. And gay. Like, come on now. Oh, let's see it. What will happen?
Her sweet voice caught my ear.
Or tuna.
And the words that
pedigree.
I heard her saying were just so very precious.
So he's serving
Her
him
little
now
face
with
was
food,
all
right?
aglow. It touched me so much that I could hardly hold back the
and
tears.
I can see that he's dressed as a dog, right? Or at least some kind of animal.
You know, sometimes the dad doesn't really realize what an influence his life is upon his children until something happens to bring it forcefully
Or
to his
pig.
attention.
More like a
And
pig.
often it's when one of
It
his
looks
kids gets into
like.
serious trouble that he discovers that the example he has set has caused his son or daughter to go astray. Oh, but what a thrill to know that a parent
lot of
can
ketchup.
walk in Jesus' footsteps and be assured
in our house like never before. Mommy said he met Jesus and he washed him white as snow. Something happened to Daddy, I know. Something has happened to my daddy. I know.
The man who assumed he was going to meet up with a child is tortured, killed, and eventually buried by the cameraman. I think it's safe to say that the man in the bathtub
Is it real
could very
though?
well be another who was caught by our cameraman, or perhaps.
But now I'm confused because I thought the cameraman and the people in the group were the pedos, right? They also had the guides how to purchase a child, get a child, kidnap. I don't get it. Are they kidnapping the children, or are they kidnapping plus getting rid of the enemies like other kidnappers? I don't get it.
Perhaps even the same person. A YouTube search term uncovered a disturbing video, leading to a strange playlist, leading to a man named Stuart Silverstone and his connections to the Finders, and finally we end with a video of a man killing a... So what's going on here? This may sound strange, but I believe the purpose of this ARG is to alert everyone to the dangers of ElsaGate. Let me read to you a few
ARG.
deciphered
Okay,
excerpts
so
from
it's
the
fake.
aforementioned Twitter accounts, so that you can better understand the point I'm trying to get across.
So it's fake.
Remember
We
the feelings
are good.
invoked by the MK Ultra trigger videos? Now imagine being a child, unwittingly exposed to those same feelings, while associating them with your favorite characters/media. Those were the effects of simple trauma/color programming, and over a long term they can cause lasting brain damage. These children's characters represent archetypes that are warped and manipulated to nefarious ends
I
by
can
evil
imagine
people.
that
This is the most
it was
widespread mind control
pretty
programming
bad
to
for the
date.
kids, honestly.
Monetary gain is a scapegoat. Hundreds of people around the world are involved in the creation of these videos. They use similar costumes to muddy the perpetrators. They no longer have to abduct children to brainwash them. Manchurian candidates are now homegrown. July 8th, expect a huge influx of videos. It won't be your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man waiting on the other side of the screen. Shut them down, or future generations are doomed. The videos from LZW, Stuart Silverstone, etc. all came out around the time that ElsaGate was being exposed to the mass public. If it's not clear by now, the creator of this ARG is very much against ElsaGate and wants to protect children from those looking to take advantage of them.
I'm pretty
Whoever made
confused
this
by
ARG
this video.
was not just creating an internet rabbit hole, but also trying to warn people about the dangers these videos pose to children, by likening them to the tactics used by the Finders. In a way, ElsaGate is the next generation of the Finders and MK Ultra when it comes to brainwashing and, metaphorically, abducting children. It is, indeed, a strange way to get one's message across, but I genuinely believe that this is what the creator is trying to tell us. So what the fuck is happening in Pelzer?
Oh,
Why has the name
more
of this
coming.
random town in South Carolina been thrown around the whole series, yet nothing has been outright said about it? To me, it seems as if the creator is trying to indicate that Pelzer has some sort of tie to the Finders, MK Ultra, or more likely, a general tie to crimes against children. Doing a bit of digging through 4chan archives shows that people genuinely believe that children are being trafficked and abused in Pelzer. Interestingly enough, the final message left behind on Geik's Twitter reads as follows: "Don't find yourself in the Perry Correctional Institution or the Anderson County Jail, regardless of the day, week, month, or year." With the Perry Correctional Institution being a prison located in Pelzer, and the
Yeah.
Anderson County Jail being
That's
the main
what I
jail
thought.
of the county Pelzer is located in.
Yep.
Doing a quick search of Anderson County's public sex offender registry, by placing myself in the middle of Pelzer and allowing a search within 3 miles, 40 total offenders are found. Considering a
Wow.
population of 1,400 in 2020,
14.
this is an absurd number.
Wow. So every 100th, how do you say it? One person, let's just say it simply. No, it's not even one person in 100 people. It's even more, right? Because 1 in 100 would be 14, but he found 40. Wow, that's crazy. So like every 30th guy or girl is like child offender. Oh, that's crazy amount. That's crazy
Doing a quick
number.
search of recent news about Pelzer results in more of the same. Pelzer man arrested on sex crime charges involving children. Pelzer man accused of producing child arrested while out on bond. Pelzer man accused of multitude of crimes involving children. Upstate men accused of child
town though?
possession,
Why Pelzer?
one being from Pelzer.
Why?
Here's the question. Did the creator of this ARG base their story around Pelzer to bring awareness to these predators? Or,
I think so.
as some 4chan users suspect, was this ARG created to hide, overshadow, and delegitimize what is actually going on? Personally, I believe the former, as this mystery has only brought attention to the situation in Pelzer. I'm honestly in shock. I went into this not knowing the real-world implications, and now that I know, it just feels like another layer to this mystery. A mystery that I'm not capable of solving at the moment.
It's
While,
fine.
for the most part, we can decipher the ARG, who knows what's actually happening in Pelzer, South Carolina.
Crazy things, apparently. Like, how do you have over 40? How do you have over 40 predators in a town of population of 1,400? Like, how is that even possible, man? Come on now. But yeah, YouTube stalkers searched by night fair. At first, I was pretty confused, as I clearly said, but now I get it. And yeah, maybe maybe the creator of the video could make it more clear, but I got it still. And yeah, it's fine. I get it. So there were bad people, and the YouTube guys were probably most likely making the videos to make people aware of the bad situation there. So that's what I think, this is what I believe. But you can let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Check out the original. Bye bye.